So this movie got some big accolades, got 16 nominations. That's historic and hugely successful. But have you noticed that no one has used a particular word when it comes to this movie?
Oh, a black movie?
A black movie, yeah. You know what goes along with black movie? What word were people always dropping?
Black ass movie? No.
Yeah, that's words. But yeah, I know black ass movie what? I'm going to be back at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's going to be Friday, April 17th. Get your tickets at doubletoastedny.com or go to doubletoasted.com. So let's go ahead and just talk about the Oscars last night, man. They had a big win, and I was actually surprised about this. I was not expecting, and I feel bad because I'm overwhelmed that this person would. But I will tell you right now, I thought that they were not even a front runner for the Oscar.
Michael B. Jordan.
This is the first Oscar win.
I love Delroy Lindo. Delroy Lindo he's always so serious, man. Delroy Lindo got behind him like, get up, boy. Like, look back. All right, boy, get up. I'll get you a boy. He never smiles, man. He always looks so, not just serious, he looks mad. But sorry to say Delroy Lindo, but Michael B. Jordan got up there, gave an excellent speech because it felt it was heartfelt. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I'm just happy that the Tourette's guy wasn't there presenting. I'm just happy that didn't go down because God damn it.
You know what? That's why Delroy Lindo was looking like that. That's why he was patting him like that. Now, if somebody want to call you, got your back. You understand? This ain't happening.
We ready tonight.
Yeah,
we ready.
Riding tight tonight. Let some of that old TS up in here. No, hell no. No, man. Yeah, he got up and gave a great speech, and I don't think that he even thought that he was going to win because a lot of people get up and they have the speeches planned. And he seemed to just he was kind of like he's just letting it flow from the heart.
God is good.
To me.
Man, God ain't watching this shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, when somebody says God is good, how do you explain it to the homeless person outside the auditorium? Go out there and see that person out there trying to get something to eat. God is good. God is good.
Just not to you, though.
Yeah.
And your mama, what's up? Y'all to be seen. And I love you too, bro.
Love you, Maya. Ryan Coogler got that. Yeah, I was talking about that last night. I was so happy. He won for best screenplay.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
yeah. So
good for them.
I had this whole thing of if you win for best screenplay, I think a lot of times traditionally you don't win best picture. I remember that happened with like Pulp Fiction. It happened with a few other movies. And the movies that took some big creative swings, sometimes they win. And sometimes this is their way of acknowledging the movie by giving the film the best original screenplay award. At least that's the way I've seen it for a while. But man, how do you feel about this win, first of all? I mean, is it something that's cool for you? Do you not care? And the reason I'm asking, because I think there's something really significant about not just Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler being the director here, Michael B. Jordan winning Best Actor. I think there's something that we see not happening that tells you about the quality of their work.
Right. Well, I'm interested to hear what you have to say about that. No, this is cool, but it's only because you see their history together, where they came from Fruitvale Station, working together, and seeing them kind of keep their connection tight and believing in each other, moving, to Black Panther and other stuff they've been producing together and things like that. So I like the fact that, these two brothers were able to see each other's visions on things and ride together, and make it work. Apparently Coogler has his muse, and that's Michael B. Jordan. Everybody has one. And, I'm happy, again, from the standpoint of seeing them do things together from when they were, I guess, young and, getting into the business together, doing it, and to where they are now to be acknowledged on their works is great. I get the feeling that they do work because they love doing it as opposed to trying to get these awards and accolades. If they didn't get it, didn't win, I don't think it would have bothered them as much, maybe just because of the work that they're doing. You know what I mean? They enjoy doing the work and getting their message out there. I think that's more important to them than any type of accolades they get. But don't get me wrong. Now that they got these accolades, I think their stock hopefully will rise even more. And they can do more cool things together and make statements and make original work. So, yeah, this was a big deal. I enjoyed hearing that they won. I didn't watch it, but I enjoyed hearing oh, snap, that's great. I like these dudes. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I do too, man. And I think that there's something that happened, or as I said, did not happen with the big wins that Sinners received, because also Sinners won Best Cinematography for the night too. And I think it was the first time you had a female cinematographer who won for that award. I might be wrong about that, but I think that was the big deal with that. But the couple big things that happened here with him winning an award. Let me scroll back here. Good for him, man. Real good for him. Like I said, I was very happy to see this.
Yeah.
So just talk about some of the reactions from people here for this win. Of course, he was getting his accolades from the people out there. Dora Lindo, Ryan Coogler confessed his love for, not confess, but he mentioned his love. I think it sounded like the love is or something.
Yeah, like they came out of the closet or something crazy.
like they admit to the world they're a couple now. They shared their love for each other on stage. How much they
that's awesome.
Creatively influence each other. They're obviously the best of friends too. So that was sweet to see. The only person I think that might be sitting there talking about is Timothy Chalamet, man. He's like, because he's probably happy for Michael B to win, but he's like, this is the last thing I need right now.
Yeah, Mr. I Hate Ballet, and everybody should too.
Yeah, Mr. I Hate Ballet. Yeah, who gives a shit about opera? Also, people were saying, Mr. I just gave the award to Michael B. Jordan. Chalamet. Yeah, so yeah, this dude is just like, man, right, we're about to let this die down. This is going to start this all over again, man. So I don't have anything with Timothy Chalamet at all. I mean, he's a guy that says I'm stupid. We all slip up, but this is going to be all kind of memes and jokes going around for a little while. just rub it, and that ballet and opera people going to be the opera people on. You Chalamet! They're gonna be sending all kind of memes and jabs at this dude. So
get it. He needs to just sit back and hold tight because he about to catch it. To catch it.
They gonna be throwing shit pies at his face all day, man.
Big time.
But I think the thing that we see not happening with this, first of all, everybody likes Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, when he was done, man, he did something that is becoming a trend with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Going up in and out radio. Yeah. So this is a thing where, because not a lot of people, somebody tried to come in and comment and say, oh, well, Michael B. Jordan, so he went to In and Out instead of going to some big party, or after he left the party, he went to In and Out. Man, he just sitting up here. This is performative for him. He's just trying to do this for attention. And it's like, yeah, you're a celebrity. Of course he's going to get attention for it. Yeah. You think I'm going there after he won an Oscar and just eat it In and Out? Nobody's going to say anything?
Yeah.
But the thing is also is that that's a tradition for actors to go to In and Out if they win an Oscar.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's become this thing. I was reading about this because I was wondering, because Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, he was
What's that?
Yeah, go ahead. No, he was the first one that I know who did it. There's more people before him doing that?
Yeah, Paul Giamatti and somebody else said Guillermo del Toro. He took his big ass on and got something. He does. Yeah, that man, he loves In and Out. But yeah, In and Out is something I think that is tied to big Oscar wins. And so a lot of people do that. And so he just kind of was keeping up the tradition of doing that. And also, a lot of people say he just wanted to share this moment with true fans. Because when he got on stage, he thanked everybody for seeing the movie. And so this was a moment for him to go back and create a special moment for the people that supported the film and supported him. So that was cool. So people just like Michael B. Jordan, man. Michael B. Jordan is somebody, he hasn't said anything stupid yet. There's no news of him doing anything crazy. But I want to see if you feel the same way, Oz.
Okay.
So I think the Oscar win definitely says something about what I'm about to say, but I think it has to do with the movie overall.
Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink.
So I love Sinners. That was on that was my number one on my list of top movies of 2025. And I think one of the things that you don't see a lot of people saying, and it just might be the trend is winding down. But have you noticed, so this movie got some big accolades, got 16 nominations. That's historic and hugely successful. But have you noticed that no one has used a particular word when it comes to this movie?
Oh, a black movie?
A black movie, yeah. You know what goes along with black movie? What word were people always dropping?
Black ass movie? No.
Yeah, that's words. But yeah. I know black ass movie what? Woke.
Woke. Yes.
Nobody has talked about, Hollywood is woke. People just supporting this movie because they're woke. People supporting this film because they just want to support a black movie. The thing that I think is really genius with Ryan Coogler is that Ryan Coogler is so good at what he does. And this movie was so creative. And this movie was so original. And the work showed. It didn't feel like any execs were behind the decision for this movie. It didn't seem like somebody gave this movie a pass for being a black movie. It just happened to have black people in it. But this movie had real creative genius behind it, had real craftsmanship. And I'm not trying to give the people who cry woke all the time a pass here. Not at all. I hate whenever anybody says that. But I did understand when they were talking about that whole, when they would say woke when it came to a lot of superhero movies like Marvel and whatnot, because it seemed like they were forcing some of those movies without having really good stories behind them, or good, or they just seem like studio decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. When you're watching Sinners, and he had this diverse cast, it made sense for that cast to be diverse because where they were and the time that they were in, right? So when you saw the Asian, store owners, at the time, that's what they were doing. You know what I mean? When they brought in, the Irish vampires and stuff like that, it's like, okay, they showed their culture a bit. So the movie kind of showed a little bit of everybody. It focused on, the brothers, of course, and what they were trying to do. That was the main focal point. But it was a genius way of how he was able to give every kind of culture their own type of spotlight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And not kind of force whatever narrative that people will assume you do when you have a black lead, in these movies. So I just thought it was really cool how he was able to give everybody, a shine without making it forced,
Yeah. And somebody said, who said anything about woke? That's my point. Nobody said anything about
Nobody
woke.
said, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's saying. I think when you have something that people can see the real authenticity behind it, even the toughest critics who want to throw that word out, even they'll be hard pressed to do it when they see something of real quality. People will find a way, but nobody's really saying anything about it. Nobody's talking about, oh man, they just making us have diversity in Hollywood. And, nobody's saying anything. A lot of people are behind this film. And I think, man, you made a great point, Oz. It's in its own way, it has a diverse cast within itself.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very masterful the way he was able to weave all these different ethnicities in here without, like I said, making it forced that they're there. You know, they are there for a reason. The time period, what's the time period?
Yeah.
You know, or the geography of where they are. That's why people are there. You know, and again, they gave everybody their time to shine as well. So it was really well. You know what I mean?
A lot of people
a deserved
felt like,
Oscar, very deserved Oscar.
A lot of people felt like this was deserved. I know people are comparing it from dusk till dawn. Even I said it felt like from dusk till dawn. Guess who else said that? I'll tell you who else said that, man. Ryan Coogler said that he was influenced by From Dusk Till Dawn.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody trying to hide that. You know, I mean, listen, Tarantino can take all these influences, man, and make a movie. I mean, he'll make cinema stew or slop sometimes because he takes so many influences from certain things. This man can't take an influence from a movie and admit to it and make his vision of it. I mean, come on, y'all.
Yeah, and the only comparative I see is that it went from one type of movie to another one.
Yes.
Jarringly. It was no smooth transition from, you know, these guys trying to make a business to vampires. There was no smooth transition at all. That was crazy.
Yeah. No, well, I think when you got quality, man, when you put something out there, and I think that's a testament to the work of Ryan Coogler and also Michael B. Jordan and the cinematographer and everybody that worked on this movie. But everybody that worked on here, this transcends just being a studio film. It had to have the studio backing because it cost so much money to make. But you know, this is something that was actually you know, somebody's personal vision that they brought to life, and it felt, even with the influences that it took, it still felt somewhat original in its execution. And I think that, again, it just showed that, you know, there was a lot of love and care put into this. And I think when people see that, they don't, you know, the labels that they usually ready to slap on something, they don't do it with those things, man. Even they have to pay respect. Yeah,
no, you're right, man. Damn, it's like, I want to watch this again now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, same here, man. So yeah. You know, and like I said, everybody kind of has their opinion about this. Nobody's going to go in 100% and agree that the movie's great or they're not going to love it as much as some other people. I love it. Some people don't love it as much. But again, I think you still have to respect the work that went behind it.
Yeah. It's funny. I'll tell you the truth. When I saw it the first time, I did not like it as much. I did not like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When I watched it the second time, I loved it. Right. Because when I watched it the first time, because the way they advertised, I was like, where the goddamn vampires at? I'm too worried about looking, you know what I mean? I'm too worried. I was too worried looking for these vampires and not really paying attention to how the story was setting up for everything.
Yeah.
Right? So when I got my vampires, okay, I know the story now. So I went back and watched it. I was paying more attention to everything. I was like, oh, shit, I missed all this. Worried about these goddamn vampires. And I kind of missed everything. So thankfully, when I watched it again, you know, that's where the love came into it. So.
Oh yeah, it got costume too, man. Somebody in chat just reminded me.
Awesome! Wow.
Yeah, it got
That's great.
It was a big night for this movie, man, and I was glad to see it. It was well deserved. So yeah, I'm happy to see that people are accepting of this film. That makes me very glad. So there we go, y'all.
Yeah, it's real awesome.
Wait a minute. So somebody said Frankenstein. That's right. No, Frankenstein did win costume because
Frankenstein.
Yeah, no, because I remember Julie and I were laughing at each other because Julian hates Frankenstein, and I told him, I said, and I even made fun of him. I said, you know, it's about to win costume, right? And Julian's one of those dudes when he hates something, he wants the world to hate it with him.
Oh, of course.
No, it's not. They ain't gonna give it to that movie.
Later that day,
and then war goes to Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. That was the Guillermo del Toro one, right?
Yeah,
Guillermo del Toro. Yeah. That movie was. I don't know. It was weird to me because it went on too long. Because at one point, I like those stories where you go back and try to see how they got to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was cool. And I'm like, okay, we caught to the point where you start the movie. We're here now. And Frankenstein, I want to tell my story now. I'm like, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It was silly. That part was silly to be like, oh, okay, stupid.
Yeah. Woke ass Frankenstein. No, I'm kidding.
Goddamn Wokenstein up in this bitch.
Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.